What's going on, YouTube? Kalkin coming at you with another Final Fantasy Record Keeper boss fight from Terra's event Touched by Magic. As you can see here, we're going to be taking on the red and ice and red dragons in this part of the event, the final battle, the plus. Right now I'm just going over the conditions and things like that, which you can also see on the top left of the screen right now. The first one's going to be taking on is going to be the Ice Dragon. We're going to have to exploit his fire weakness without Terra being KO'd, and defeat the Ice Dragon without being KO'd. So I don't know if I went over this in my last episode, but in fights like this, if you let the specific character that says don't get KO'd, if you let that character get KO'd, that's -6 medals off the bat. So don't ever let that happen. Like, you don't want to let your characters be KO'd anyway, but just thought I'd throw that out there. Right here, I'm just showing off my team. It's basically the same as last time, except now I'm bringing... Vivi has Faraga and Waterja, and Terra has Blizzaga and Faraja. Now, the reason for that is because for the second fight, it's weak to both ice and water, but the condition is only to exploit his water weakness, or is it his ice? I don't remember. I'll have it on the screen though. But I couldn't remember which one it was, so no, that's not what it is. It's because I definitely only have Waterja for Vivi at rank 3. So I'll play with you on that 6 casts. And yeah, it's definitely ice because I think that I have strikes on my cloud as well. Oh, that's something else I wanted to talk about a little bit. I'm bringing strikes on my cloud and change its record material to attunement 2 because I'll be hitting for elemental weaknesses. Now this is good and bad because of my homes. But first off, gonna get started by going for the Sentinel's Grimoire and Shelga to protect my party, because this dragon's primarily magic based. It does have a weak physical attack, which you can see he just hit Waka with, but other than that, not much to worry about. And at this point, there's really nothing to worry about except if he uses, I forgot what the move is, but it's like an AoE stop kind of thing. Excuse me, which he hit me with a few times. I had to reset because he actually used it 3 turns in a row. The first turn he hit Cloud, second turn he hit like Vivi and Waka, and then the last turn everyone was stopped except for Ares. So I was like, you know what, this is not okay. But yeah, as you can see here, Cloud's hitting for 8900 thanks to the attunement 2 and the fire strike. Terra's hitting damage cap thanks to Devotion and just the overall power of Faraja. Vivi's hitting just below that with Faraga, which is still pretty nice. This is after Mental Break as well, so that just shows you how much more powerful Faraga is, even though, well, no, because my Terra has slightly more magic than Vivi in Synergy, because I had her with the, I forgot what it's called, but it's the accessory you get in this event. It increased magic by 20 because I gave Vivi the magic gloves, which is magic plus 15, but it also gives you plus 150 HP. So I think that's really good for a mage user, and magic user. And right there, he hit me for quite a bit. I think my magic breakdown wore off 1 turn too early. Luckily for me, I do have I don't think at this point I had Ares Soulbreak charged, but I do have the Mystic Prayer weapon. And I didn't realize this when I was recording this, but my my battle speed is actually set to 5 still. I didn't notice why I was going so fast, which really sucked. But yeah, also if you have Terra's, if you have either one of Terra's unique soul breaks for this event, it'll be really nice, because this guy can be hit for max damage, or should be able to hit with max damage with Transfira. And the here's where I noticed about my my battle speed. And the other dragon will be hit for probably about max damage with Trance Water, and it'll give you plus 30% magic. And also right here, I was really happy. Not only did I get the ether, but I got a greater orb, and it actually turns out to be a greater dark orb, or greater black, I'm sorry, which is really nice, because today's event is almost over. Well, phase 1 of the Orb Festival is almost over, and I'm gonna need a lot, and I mean a lot, of greater dark orbs, because we're getting Runaga at the end of this month in hopes of it. We'll get one for free, but I'm definitely going to want to hone that and Quake. I don't really think Quake will see too much use anymore due to Runaga, but you know, in case there's a boss that's weak to Quake, or I just want multiple AoE attacks, because like I said in the previous episode, I don't have a lot of AoE honed attacks. So Quake and Runaga will be quite nice. Anyway, in just a moment we'll be moving on to the Red Dragon. It took a little bit to load, I think, at this point. And the reason for that is because I went to 7-Eleven right before this, so I turned off my Wi-Fi, you know, conserve some battery on my phone, and I didn't realize it, and that's why it's taking a while to load. So I was just running on 3G, and I was just complaining. I was like, why is this taking so long? But yeah, so next up we have the Red Dragon. Now I've kind of bad memories with this guy, but not that hard of a fight. Actually, starting off this fight, you don't even need the Sentinel's Grimoire. You don't really need to. His physical attack did about 2,000 damage to me right there, but I'll be alright. I'm going to put the battle speed back up to 3 here, just to speed up a little bit. I'm going to put Shelga and Magic Breakdown, because most of his attacks are going to be magic-based. You're going to want to use water and ice attacks here. You don't really need your fire attacks anymore. Also, something that of note was, I was thinking about bringing... what is it? Concentration 2. I think that's the white magic one. White magic record materia for the that guarantees another usage at the start. I was thinking about bringing that because I wasn't sure if the Ether Refresh would be kind to me and restore my Shelgas, because I only have it honed. It's at rank 1 because you don't really need it to be higher than rank 1 except for like rare occasions like this. But yeah, so right there, luckily I had Era Soul Break charge, so I was able to get everyone healed up with the Mystic Prayer. I really wish I had Healing Wind, but you know, I can't be too picky. I was lucky enough to get the Mystic Prayer thing off of over 100 gem draw, so you know, there's that. And once I get him to about half health, it is, I believe, is when I will use my Sentinel's Grimoire. Right. You just want to keep your mitigation up, and that's basically it for this guy. He's really not that hard. I feel like he was harder in a previous event. The event that... Was it the event Terra was in? Or was it a different event he was last in? Might have just been an elite dungeon I faced off against him, but... Yeah, this guy isn't too tough either. Like, the additional battles for this event were really... I feel like they're really toned down. And I think the reason for that is actually because of the Orb Festival, because they wanted people to be able to have time for both. So I think they made these events really easy. Or maybe I just have a decent amount of synergy in the 6th realm, so I'm able to have an easier time. Because Terra's a really good character. I'm glad we finally got her record materia 1, so she can hit level 50, or break level 50 rather. So right here I'm gonna use my Grimoire. And I think I am just about out of Cloud's Blizzara strikes right about here, because I forgot to hone that one more time before I entered this. If I was even able to, I might have been out of Power Orbs at this point, so I might not have honed Blizzara strike because of that. Because I was thinking about doing it before this battle, but I just forgot about it. Right here, as you see, Flare Star is going to do next to nothing because of all the mitigation I have up. The Grimoire, the Shelga, and the Magic Break. Magic Breakdown rather. Honing those and bringing them is really important to most events, most battles. I was also lucky enough to get Virus with the Evocator's Horn from the Final Fantasy XIV banner. At first, I was really upset that, you know, it wasn't a Yashatler or a Thancred specific weapon, but since I'm pretty sure that they stack with the regular breaks and breakdowns, because it should have a different ID because that alters 2 stacks instead of just 1. I'm fairly certain that it stacks, so I'm actually quite, now looking back at it now, I'm actually really glad that I pulled that, because as you can see, like, I don't have mental breakdown hone, but with Virus plus mental break, it still does lowers their defense quite a bit, so that I can still hit for quite a bit of damage. Right here, since I have Sonic Blade on my Cloud still, as his only Soul Break, I have to resort to that. because it does slightly more damage than my regular attack. It does about 1,000 more because of the 3 hits. But overall, I'll be fine. Like, I could have even used element reels against him because Waka has that's water element. I think did I use a Mystic Prayer right here? Actually, I think I was holding off because Eric doesn't really need to do any more damage control right now, and I just need to get him dead. Because basically, you can save a lot of turns with your white mage if you don't need to heal or reinstate your mitigation because they really only have 2 things to do, and that will just save you an action used. I don't know. Usually, I don't think it will matter all that much, but yeah, in the off event that it does, you can always just have your healer not do anything, which I didn't even think about that when I first started playing this game. So it's good to keep that in mind. And I think that should have been enough right there. At the completion of this, I believe I lost a total of 4 medals, 1 for damage on the first dragon, and 2 for damage, and 1 for actions taken on this dragon, I believe, or it might have been actions taken, 2 and 1 for damage. Let's see once it pulls up. It was for damage taken and 1 action. Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I basically traded 20 stamina for 20 Scarletite, 2 major fire, 1 major earth, or something like that. Whatever. I got all the rewards, and now all I need for meteor is what I need. I think I need 2 major earth and 5 major non-elemental, which I definitely think I'll be able to get if I use a few mithril refreshes in the next event, or rather the phase with the non-elemental orbs, or even just in Cloud's event, which starts in a few hours. I say a few hours, but it's really like 12, no, it's definitely more than 12, 13 hours or so from the time I'm post-narrating this. And now that this is over, I think the last thing I was going to bring up in this video, at least I was talking about when I was live commentating this, I'm actually just going to stop doing that since I have to post-commentate these all the time, but I was just wondering if you guys would like to see me do relic draws like in the future. Because I usually do a few relic draws on each banner. I usually start with, the free 100 draw now. Even if I don't want anything off that banner, that's how I got the Mystic Prayer thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna do one for the Cloud and the Lucky Pull at the end of this, or right at the start of this phase. But if you guys want to see more, or you just don't want to see more, let me know, and then I'll continue or discontinue to do them. But anyway, this is Kyle Ken. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.